Well, hello, and welcome to a new episode. So we found this really cool retro game store in Leicester in the United Kingdom. And needless to say, it had some okay stock. Obviously, I'm joking, it had an absolute plethora of amazing retro game stock. The Pokemon stuff just blew me away. There was some really nice obscure stuff, some movie posters. I have dished out so many pictures over on my Instagram if you want a deeper look, but if you want an even deeper look, the video to that episode is in the cards, and there are more retro game hunts exactly like that already on the channel and already to come in the future. So today's episode is about what I picked up from Super Game Shack in Leicester, and I went in with this one with the mindset of quality over quantity, and I'm going to start with two absolute bangers, two RPGs from Capcom. We have Breath of Fire and Breath of Fire 2 on the Game Boy Advance.
Ah yes, Breath of Fire, shown delightfully here on the Game Boy Advance, but released on a plethora of platforms, including the Super Nintendo, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1, and more recently on iOS. This is a very similar kind of RPG than what we're used to on the 16-bit platform consoles, but it's developed by Capcom, something that is quite rare in an era dominated by Square. So now owning Breath of Fire and Breath of Fire 2, a definite cheaper alternative to buying it on the Super Nintendo, I'll be diving into this over the next couple of weeks, probably whilst I'm laying in bed and chilling out and catching a bit of time away from editing on YouTube and streaming on Twitch. But let me know, what platforms have you played Breath of Fire on?
Now, whilst I can appreciate Breath of Fire isn't exactly the most polished game of all time, I really wanted it, and it was a little bit cheaper on the Game Boy Advance, so I thought I would go in with both of them. And the second one was an impulse purchase for me because I didn't even know which would have it in stock. Bear with me. Sorry, needed to clear my throat then. But I kind of thought, you know what, if I'm buying the first, we've got to dive in with the second, and I'm looking forward to playing it on my backlit Game Boy Advance SP. If you've played Breath of Fire, please let me know in the comment section which is your favourite Breath of Fire game. I also own it on the PlayStation 1, so once this room is finally finished, I'll be diving into some Breath of Fire on the PlayStation 1 as well. Now, not game related, but it kind of is. We have this amazing light panel behind me that I also picked up down at Richard's shop. He had one in the window, and if you're eagle-eyed, you would have seen it in the introduction. It was a much longer variant. They're quite expensive, and I do believe at the minute they're bespoke pieces. Don't think there's any company or anywhere else in the UK that sell them. I think I have one of one in the entire country, because Rich said he was the only person that sells them. But this thing's amazing. Ignore the time I'm going to be changing it, but it's really cool. It illuminates the room really nicely, and for me as a huge gamer geek kind of girl from 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, you name it, There's lots of cool stuff on here. I mean, you can see it as it's scrolling now. I think it's really awesome, and I did put out an early preview for my channel members, and yesterday it was a secret video. If you're not a channel member, click for the price of a cup of coffee. You can join and get access to things like this, early access. But I think it's really cool, and I'm going to be using it as a really awesome background piece. I might even look at getting the longer strip. Just a bit expensive at the minute, and with me just buying a house, I need to be careful. Next up, I'm going to say 2 game genres for you: Streets of Rage and Final Fight. Imagine those 2 genres, classic side-scrolling 2D beat-em-up action games, and add Batman into the mix. We've got Batman Forever, the arcade game.
Super knockout bonus. Multiple knockout.
Now, I was unsure about purchasing this in the store, but I had a quick look on YouTube and I was blown away because I'd never even heard of this on the PlayStation 1. So I am absolutely through the roof excited to be able to dive into this. I might even jump on stream. I stream on twitch.tv/thegebs24 if you want to come and hang out on the weekends and play some retro games with me. This could be one that I dive into. It's bloody brilliant. As you've seen from the gameplay footage, it looks wicked. So Reese as well, if you're watching this, I know you're a Batman fan. What do you think to Batman Forever, the arcade game? Now behind me here is my boxed Super Nintendo collection. And amidst the move, I was surprised to learn that I didn't have an unboxed or boxed copy of Doom on the Super Nintendo. And whilst this thing doesn't pack a punch in terms of its port, because it's not that great on the Super Nintendo, I needed to have it. I'm a huge Doom fan. I am a huge Nintendo girl, and especially the Super Nintendo. So I picked this up, and just check out how nice this is inside. So as you guys can see, this is a lovely condition SNES box, as you might observe. We'll take a look inside right now. Manual and cartridge also in stellar condition, and I think that was one of the key points for me at Rich's as well. From the stock that you buy, it's just such tremendous condition. I'm really happy with it. The collector in me is very happy. The player in me is also very happy. So what it lacks in graphics, what it lacks in the kind of sound, what design, what it lacks, it gains for me in being a part of my collection. And you know damn well, guys, I'm going to be playing this. I've streamed Doom so many times on so many different platforms, and it never gets old. It always feels fresh when you're diving into that first level again and you hear the sound effect from the doors opening and closing and the imps in the background. I mean, it's a staple title. It's a part of my DNA. Doom is a part of my DNA. Let me know which Doom game is your favourite, and if you don't want to comment, just tag me on Twitter at thegebs, not thegebs24, at Juicy Game Review, or use hashtag Team24. Now I'm going to shout out my brand new neighbour, Graham, for this game because he's also a gamer. I've come a cropper with my neighbours on here, aside from the little parking warrior over the road there that I can see out the window, just saying. We have some Low G Man on the NES, a very difficult side-scrolling game that I think lends from the likes of Contra, Shinobi. NES games notoriously, when you go back to them these days, are very, very difficult. Let's roll some gameplay from hopefully Long Play Archive. Go and subscribe to them. Also, roll it. So Graham, thanks for the recommendation on this. I'm blessed to live next door to a gamer as well and a geek. It's a thumbs up from me. Now when you hear this for the first time,
Rise from your grave.
you obviously think Altered Beast, right? Of course you do. Altered Beast on the PlayStation 2 is a game I've been looking for absolutely ages, and this game got really, really good reviews. So I'm finally pumped to be able to explore my inner demons yet again with some Altered Beast on the PlayStation 2. And Sarah said to me, Gemma, there's no room on your PlayStation 2 shelf over there. We're going to have to rearrange some bits and bobs. But if you followed the moving vlogs, you would have seen how this brand new Lady Lounge would have evolved. And this will find a home on that PlayStation 2 shelf, potentially in the next moving vlog episode. So we've had some Game Boy Advance, we've got an awesome piece for the Lady Lounge right there, we've got Super Nintendo stuff, there's a little bit of everything in this episode, and I'm really, really stoked to have gone down to Super Game Shack. I will be returning. Go and check out that episode if you've not already done so. Brace yourselves for brand new retro game hunts that are up and coming. I'm going to be going down south, I'm going to be going up north, here in the United Kingdom. Subscribe because you don't want to miss it, but for now I'll catch you in the next one, or on streams this weekend. My name is Gemma, take care, see you soon.